working now, maybe.
This YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Naked Mothership. This is Dhyan. I'm Earl, and we're with
Preecha.
Jai
Jai Thep Win, my full name.
Thep Win.
Jai Thep Win is from the Burmese punk band Rebel Riot. He's also founder of Food Not Bombs.
Yeah.
In Burma. And you were here in Bangkok a couple of years ago because you played at our Bangkok Underground Film Festival when we played.
Yes,
when we
on
screened,
2017.
Yeah, Andreas Hartmann's film My Buddha is Punk.
Yeah.
And we're really glad to have you passing through again because you're playing at what festival was it? Jai Thep Festival in Chiang Mai. And you're just passing through back on the way back to Burma, yeah?
Yes.
Tonight
we are leaving to Burma.
Cool. How was the Jai Thep Festival?
It's really great. A lot of people, and the festival was so fun. A lot of different bands, different music style, different culture. Yeah, it's really awesome. Interesting too.
Yeah.
Anything you look forward to? Any regulars you plan on meeting while you're here, or not plan on? When you come to Thailand.
Yeah.
Any bands you like?
In Thailand,
yeah.
I like a lot of street band in here, like Bangkok Alcohol, Anti System, Care of Society.
Okay.
Yeah. Also Mother Biscuit. Yeah. I like this kind of band. They're based on Bangkok.
Are you guys going to be doing another tour of Southeast Asia again? We're going to catch you again?
Yes, we trying to make South Asia tour in this year. But we don't know when exactly because also not only River Riot band, also another band. So we are still planning. Yeah.
Cool.
Two Burmese band planning to go South Asia. So, yeah.
So you're coming back to Thailand?
It's
going to be in your itinerary?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
Cool. And what was overall Jai Thep Festival? How would you rate it as a good festival? You enjoyed it?
Yes, good festival because of 3 day, and also I have no experience to play 3 day concert. I mean, I've been some festival before, but I never been River Riot and 3 day in the festival. We play
somewhere overnight.
Yeah, someone organized that. Yeah, it's for us. It's really new.
That's pretty fun when you can stay up till like 1 or 2 and then like still see bands and then like check in when you want. Did you sleep in was it outside?
Yes, we don't sleep in the festival. They organize us for place to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You had a gig in Chiang Mai as well?
Yes, after this festival, one of the band is called Mohawk Bar in Chiang Mai. So they also organize one concert out there with a lot of bands. Band from Ukraine, band from UK, band from Malaysia.
Oh, right.
Band from Chiang Mai. It's really, really great gig in that night too.
Cool.
Flying the whole time? Must be tough with the equipment.
Sorry,
you flying the whole time? It must be tough with all the equipment. Like
we didn't bring any equipment.
Nice.
We borrow.
Nice.
We borrow from
That's the way to do it.
We borrow from other band.
Classic. That's great.
Yeah, probably makes it a lot easier, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking like how that'd be a nightmare. You got your flight coming out. When you're carrying that kind of stuff, you're always like paranoid, like whether you're gonna lose it or if you're gonna drop it, and it's
annoying.
Yeah,
also expensive.
Right? No, it's insanely expensive.
We cannot afford.
Like the flights are expensive enough.
Also, can be problem for visa problem. One we are with the band, the custom police can see
stupid
and
thing.
it's a business visa or stuff, For the band, they think we are making money around their country, so they worry for that. That's why if we
like somehow if you're like just because you're playing a gig that it's work that you're taking advantage of, that it's insane. That's silly.
yeah.
It's cultural, especially because we're an ASEAN. It's an ASEAN country. I still disagree with it. I still think it's insane that if bands come in from Japan or come in from Europe, that their main purpose really is tourism. I mean, they're touring.
Tourists,
it's in the name. It's in the name. They come here because they want to have fun and they want to see new things out of their like same old, you know. Right. They're 3 stops that they do in their own hometown. You know. That Thailand is a tourism country. I mean, it's built its everything on being a hub for tourism. And if you're gonna like make it difficult for culture to spread, you know.
I see. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. The whole world is crazy.
How was the film received? Because they did a screening of My Buddha's Punk as well at the festival.
Yeah. They're screaming. In the festival, there are so many counters everywhere for the film, for the state, number 1 state, number 2 state, home state, yoga place, everywhere. Sometimes complicated to find the place because so big inside.
How big a crew are you traveling with this time? I didn't even count how many people you brought. 10. one more than last time. I mean, last time you was like 9 people, I think.
9 people, yeah. Now plus 1. One other guy had a girlfriend, so that's why.
Entourage, complete with groupie.
Yeah. And the Food Not Bombs. How did you first like start that? And what's that about?
You want to know how do we start?
Yeah.
When do we start?
Yeah.
We start in 2013. After we play from Indonesia, because we learn from this project in Indonesia. In our concept, they cooking food and they feeding for the audience. They feeding to the band member, musician. So we asked them, what is this? This is Food Not Bombs. Oh, what is Food Not Bombs? Then they explain me a little bit, and I also see the Food Not Bombs logo. I really like because Food Not Bombs logo is very powerful and inside the color. Then I like the title Food Not Bombs. Then I have the idea to start in Myanmar after come back from Indonesia, because Myanmar also we have so many years fighting against each other ethnic group, like Burmese army against with Shan army, Burmese army against with Rakhine. Right now, we also have civil war. Kyen people, Rakhine people, Shan people fight each other. So actually this message is very important for Myanmar. This movement is right movement for us. That's why this is one reason to make Food Not Bombs. Second reason is like our Rebel Riot is we are not only music band, we also stand up for justice, equality, and for human rights. So we singing about these things, but we are just singing. For me, I believe it. You can complain whatever you want, but you should do even small thing too. So that's why, we are not only enough to singing. We always complain the system. We always complain the government. What can we complain ourselves? We should do something, even small change. We don't care can be big change or not, but we want to be honest ourselves. If we say this, we should do this. And we don't want to be like only talking.
It's not punk if you're not walking. If you're not walking the walk.
That's why we start Food Not Bombs movement at every Monday night. We collect the money by ourselves. We less drinking than before. Before we drinking so much, we less drinking and we distribute food to the homeless people. And this movement is, a little bit grow up. Now I did already 6 years.
Yeah, right.
6 or 7 years. Yeah.
Where did it start? Food Not Bombs.
America. In America, original Food Not Bombs coming from America. They're also against the war, against the nuclear atomic power.
But you found out about it when you were in Indonesia.
Yeah, we found it in Indonesia version. Punabon is international movement.
It's like the international grassroots sort of
yes.
movement. Yeah, right.
After this, we also doing books no bombs. Books no bombs is we go into countryside to meet with the children, to donate books, to read for the notebooks and to read for
literacy
the
program.
Yes. Also now we doing another project called free shop. Free shop is at your house what you don't need. We call that. Then we sell it to other people without money, like
Right.
Free shop, but without money. People can buy, but they take whatever they want. They don't have to pay anything. But this all stuff are from other people who they really don't need at home. So because of every house, if you find every house, you can find someone you don't need. Every house.
A distribution bazaar.
Even my home too. So we take it out because of we don't need anymore.
Right.
Why we give?
It's only junk if you're not using it.
This is new project since 1 year ago.
Right.
Because this project idea is like that. Every day we are human being. Every day right now in this time, we always thinking about money. Every morning you start thinking about money for the breakfast, and lunch, dinner, for drinking, to spend with your girlfriend. So sometimes I thinking we wanna escape without money community. Spiritual movement is that we are communication with human being each other without money. Maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, doesn't matter. That moment when we open the free shop, don't talk about money. Just sharing and
it's too damn stressful just trying to rely on yourself too.
So sometimes wanna escape from without money society.
Is it a physical shop that you guys have?
No, this is a mobile shop. Mobile shop means we are not open every day. We call up first. If we are enough stuff, we open somewhere like at the public area.
Right.
But every time is different area, not the same one. Yeah, we're trying to move. We're trying to do this movement for without greedy, without selfish.
Right.
We are already boring with the
and if you have a location, if you
with
have
the money,
mortar, then that means unless you've got the land, then it's just gonna be more expensive.
What are some of the items that have been exchanged through this program? Like what are some of the things? Like, is it clothes or TVs or
everything?
Yeah.
Also can be guitar, can be cooking stuff, can be clothes, can be electric cable, can be oven. We don't know because most of the time when I open this shop, most of the time are everything. Yeah.
Like a true flea market,
kind of like a second-hand shop.
Right.
So it's kind of like a pop-up market, but everything is free.
Yes.
Sort of like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like this. Yes. Also can be mic stand, can be speaker, can be we don't know what people don't need anymore at their home, but most of people give clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's been already running for 1 year.
Yeah. Also, now we are combination with the food no bomb, box no bomb, free shop together in same counter. It's people can get free food, people can get free stuff, also can get free books. So it can join together. Yeah.
It's really cool seeing like something like this happening. That's so like not from like top down. It's like people just organizing distribution systems from like a human sort of level.
Human connection,
Yeah.
I don't believe in politics so much because politics is full of lying, full of they use so much power. I believe solidarity movement. I believe social change. Social change. We call ourselves a molecular revolution. Molecular revolution is we don't care to change the system. We try to make new human being again.
Person to person.
Yeah, we try to make humanity is back.
Real grassroots.
Humanity is back. But we don't know how long this revolution can be. but we don't care. We stay doing. Can be 10 years, can be 20 years, can be after we die, but we don't care. Our revolution is always trying to make humanity back. Try to show mirror to everyone, to awake ourselves, to show mirror to everyone, to awake ourselves like that. But I focus more on our next generation.
Yeah, sorry, that's really powerful. I'm trying to think of a follow-up. That it can be really difficult. Like we've got a lot of, or I've got a lot of friends who work at NGOs or used to work at NGOs, and all of them can be frustrated that the larger it gets, the less gets done. That it's everybody, that people can mean well, that it's not like it's being diverted or used anywhere else, but just the more people that you have, that the more you have to communicate that it's, well, they're not here today. We've got to call them. We've got to call this guy. That it just takes a lot longer. So it's really great hearing that there's, you know, organizations that come out just like doing the best they can with what they have, but putting it out there. I just really like that idea of the swap, the free market.
Free market.
How would you imagine a system beyond capitalism without money?
Sorry?
How would you imagine like a system beyond money? How would it work?
System beyond money.
Yeah. Like a complete system.
Well, even like most other systems kind of depend on currency as like a denomination of like trading value of one thing for another. The idea that you're not necessarily even expecting an even trade or to categorize value. Like whether when you put like do a job, when you do labor, and when you put time into a job, it's like
We expect to be reimbursed somehow.
Well, and it's like not all time is the same, right? Like when we spent an hour setting up this podcast, it's not the same as spending an hour in front of a cash register at the 7-Eleven. It's not an hour of being in a hard hat site, like making sure like things nobody gets hurt in a construction site or being in a cab. You know, it's like an hour isn't an hour. Like it doesn't equivalent. It's not equivalent, and like currency is kind of like our closest like way of like trying to like agree on like how much work costs, but then like that we use it to exchange like for real things like food and water, which, you know,
capitalism running is not about money. Capitalism running is a people they don't
Needs.
know themselves need or want.
Yeah, everybody needs to eat.
For example, clothes.
Everybody needs
You need to clothes,
right?
But you don't need to buy all the time. What is the brand new is coming out? So people are following want. So the
desire does get conflated with.
So if people use only for the need,
right?
It says people can be like, you know, they can be more clear in their mind. For example, you know, in the capitalist system, a lot of people losing their own face because of the capitalism always teach us you should use this, you should use this. If without you using this, you are the low layer or social.
Right.
You are low level or social layer.
Mm.
So people are always compare each other. They're trying to be top all
Right.
the time. This is a big problem. If people buying food, buying water, buying clothes, no problem. But problem is people are compare each other and they parallel each other. This is a big problem. Then they are full of compare inside, full of hate, full of jealousy. You can see social now a lot of people showing how much they buy food. They don't need to show to other people, make jealousy, you know,
Right.
because food is enjoying for themselves, for their family or themselves, but they make to show other people we are the best, we can eat this, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a slave of capitalism.
And many communist states fall into the same pitfalls of jealousy, where people become motivated by a desire to move up within the ranks of a bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That it's not about helping people, that it's about meeting a goal that's set arbitrarily, that doesn't actually have a relation to like actual like what people need to eat.
Yes.
and what people
Yeah.
like. And it's not just eating, of course. I mean, like, we're talking about, you know, culture. I mean, there's lots of things that seem like, well, that's a luxury, that's a desire. But like, if you look throughout like the history of humanity, like even before like feudalism, even before like anybody like migrated anywhere,
Yeah.
that there's still like people sing and dance, and maybe writing is relatively recent, you know, but people definitely sang, and people definitely fucked, and it's like almost like insane to me, the idea that there'd be that it's gotten to a point where like states genuinely need to consider like population control. And I mean, like, even if a state doesn't mandate population control, like it becomes like market mandated whether or not you can even afford to feed someone.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a control in and of itself, whether you can afford to feed and clothe another person. Like how that's a very recent phenomenon, you know. Like, sorry, we're getting way off track. This was a question for you. But the idea that currency, like currency as a relation for transfer that people tend to be good at something, you know, like people have skills and they're narrow.
Yeah.
Some people are broad. Some people really can do everything, you know. And like
everybody
if someone
different,
if someone's out in the woods, that they really could just survive on their own. Like the woods, that's an American. Just anywhere, like some people really can just do it on their own, but most people can't.
Yeah.
Very few people. Everybody like communities. Like civilizations grow out of communities.
Yeah.
And communities are because humans are social animals. Like dogs, like birds.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody can. Some people can own themselves. Some people cannot.
I guess what I'm interested in is like if there is a system that humans can have that works beyond like using money, works beyond like capitalism. What would that system be? Is I guess what I'm asking.
I really
like
don't understand your question.
Because you're talking about like your market that doesn't involve money.
Yeah.
Something if human beings on a global scale weren't using this system anymore, what would the alternative be? How would it work? It's kind of what I'm.
I don't know
asking.
the answer of this question, but I try to feel like every day we are spending money for our relationship between human beings. Sometimes this market is sometimes wanna make just for a moment. We are just communicate with just human being without any money. That's it. So this minute, I don't have answer for in the future. People can communicate for me. Now people are already thinking full of the money, and they don't thinking about other people life, kind and sharing and humanity. Sometimes this market is make escape of the without money just for a moment. Like, oh, okay. Finally one they like the feeling of this movement. Oh, we are actually also human connection is very great without money communicate. Maybe they can use spend money for sure, but money is not number one. Other stuff is number one. Like a human communication is number one.
Oh yeah, that's insanely relaxing. It's like why I stay home like a lot of the time.
Something like that. Because we cannot stay without money for sure. That's why I have no answer for your question. But trying to, this market is trying to make sometimes like 1 hour, 2 hour without money, just human connection. So next time, this kind of human they still use money, but they think what is feel good.
Maybe it's the wrong question. Maybe it's because like you shouldn't look for another system to replace one system. It should just be like, a different way of thinking altogether, I suppose, than like trying to replace, one sort of like credit,
like not
currency with another sort of currency that doesn't really make sense either. It's just, that's just gonna be the same thing in the end.
Not everything just like is outright replaced, and it becomes like a lot of things kind of just grow too. We're talking about like in the future, like thinking about Star Trek. Like Star Trek theorized in like Roddenberry, like philosopher Roddenberry theorized that in a like post scarcity, when you can like print food, like Captain Picard says tea, Earl Grey, hot, and there it is. Like that it's basically magic to us, that there it is out of the ether. But like when like all things are just like elements, and like carbon and hydrogen and helium and nitrogen, like if you've got a sun and like stars and like access to these sort of things, it'd take a lot of steps, but you could theoretically make most things that you can imagine, right? So like if there's a world where you don't have to fight people for food, then there's like no, like it's like, well, what are you going to charge for this air, right? Like what are you going to charge for swimming in the ocean? There's so much ocean. Like how can you like say that you can't go into the ocean? That no, I'm stopping you. Pay me first. Like if there's so much of it, it becomes literally worthless. Even though it's not worthless in a way that it's not like that you don't still need it, but how are you going to expect someone to pay for it, right? It's like like music.
Yeah.
Like not like sorry, as a punk artist, it's like not, it's not that the music doesn't have an innate quality to it, but because it's so good, when you can copy it like a million times, it becomes really difficult to say like, wait a minute, like hold up, there's a barrier. Like for movies, like I never got the how movies were able to do this sort of thing where digital rights management become like it's only right that people deserve to eat and live, but then it gets to a certain point like, okay, you're on the red carpet now, you're wearing like lavish dresses and showing off your wealth. We could
Yeah.
we could get your DVDs online, you know? It's at a certain point where it's things that are literally infinite are are guarded zealously, even though there's literally as much of it as there could possibly be.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is an interview. We're interviewing you.
It's okay.
Not an interview, it's more
You
just a
listen, yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing about podcasts.
It's a conversation.
That's why I think about like podcasts and stuff. Like how could you charge for a podcast? It's a conversation. Like conversations just happen like all the time. Like you can't help but not talk, right? You'd get bored if you don't talk. Just stare up at the ceiling.
You were so with the band Rebel Riot, you guys played in the Rakhine State just before you guys came to Chiang Mai as well.
Yes, I think around 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, how was that? Was that the first time you guys played there?
Yes, it's so I don't know how to explain. Like, you know, before we go there, we are kind of a little bit scary because Rakhine State is very sensitive. Sensitive for new culture, new music. You know, also our song is about genocide.
Right.
So it's a little bit worrying. So we discussion about,
and it's insanely recent too. I mean, it's like one thing, but it's like other. Sorry.
So after we discussion this, okay, shall we play this song or not? But we have to play. We are punk. We don't give a fuck what happened. We go there, but in the state, when we are on the state, a lot of young people supporting us really strongly. Riot, genocide, you know. So it's so crazy. Oh, what the fuck, you know? My mind is changed. Oh, these people are ready to accept for change. So it's really great, and the young people are ready to accept. So this is one of the big memory or one of the historical for our band. We play in Rakhine State. It's really amazing, great. Yeah. Before, what do you want to say?
Oh, just that it's actively, you know, all happening. Like I kind of like living in Thailand. It's that any like living in Thailand, living in a digital age where you can know things that are happening around the world and not know what's happening next door because it's a war. It's a fog of war, and even if a war is one-sided, like it's still a war that not only is information not free, people aren't free. People are being rounded up based on their ethnicity, like whether or not they helped armed factions that are working in and it's grim seeing it like how much of it's based on religion, you know. That the religious aspect of it, it's not just a ethnic cleansing, you know, genocide. It's the religious aspect which is insane to be like living in. Living in Thailand, there's an idea I have of Buddhism that, try to cleanse the self of desire, that you may not get there, but do your best. And it kind of like in Thailand, it ends up like dovetailing oddly nicely with capitalism, better than you'd expect. That do your best to go vegetarian. Do your best to help the environment. So buy these products to help the environment. Stop using plastic bags. Buy something that'll help, and that's good karma. Like buy something, and your karma gets better. But the idea that you could possibly, that there's any amount of karma to be gained by killing someone is insane to me.
Yeah.
That not.
It's too much.
Right.
I guess it's often more like just a political tool than
Right.
like a real sort of like spiritual practice or belief or something like that. Like it often, I guess, gets subverted.
I mean, that's kind of like in Thailand that temples offer a structure, a hierarchy that because it's good karma to help monks that have given up their worldly possessions in the pursuit, it's not really a pursuit because you're not supposed to desire it, but eventually, like in attaining enlightenment, that you donate to temples. But like when you donate to temples, so that the monks can have food and air conditioning when it's insanely hot. That's
Preecha, how do you see the situation going forward in the Rakhine State?
right.
Rakhine State right now, Rohingya people over lots of Rohingya people in Rakhine, Bangladesh refugee camp right now. Now Rakhine Army, AA, and Burmese Army are fight against each other for the land because Chinese also want to make big business in Rakhine State.
Because they're building the one belt, one road, and
Right.
the port goes right through the Rakhine State. I think.
Sorry.
The China is building the the one belt, one road part of that massive project.
They wanna make big business in Rakhine State.
New Silk
So
Road.
it's very complicated, between now Rohingya people are in the Bangladesh refugee camp. Rakhine Army and Burmese Army are fight against each other for the Burmese Army are stand for the China. They want to, because Chinese government and Burmese government are already make contract for business, so they need the Rakhine State. The Rakhine people don't wanna give their land, so that is complicated.
So cultural and ethnic.
Yeah.
That just becomes an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
That even as flimsy as it can be, like the further away you are from it, just like right. Comes down to land comes down to money.
I know. Do you know what time is what? Because we are leaving around 5, so we worry for traffic.
We're getting
jam.
close. Yeah.
It's about what time?
It's
are you
5
guys
now.
leaving?
It's 5
You
now.
guys need to leave at 5.
Yeah, because traffic jam.
It's
People
5.
have-
It's
Yeah.
5 now.
Sorry.
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 Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, we should.
Quick
Wrap it
episodes, but
Mhm.
God, we talked about a lot. Holy Toledo, this was one of our densest episodes. Yeah.
Normally, how many hours for?
Oh, sometimes we can go on for like 2 hours.
Oh.
We've had 2-hour episodes before, but usually we start
Yes.
noticing like when someone has to use the bathroom, we're like, I haven't like finished my water. I've been talking so much.
Yeah, it's not really time to just Only 1 or 2 hours doesn't really matter.
Right, whenever you need to go. You got to catch a plane, you got to catch a plane, man.
Yeah, so I worry for misplay. That's why, sorry.
Yeah, we'll have you on again. Holy Toledo.
Yeah, if you when are you going to be coming back to doing the Southeast Asian tour with your band?
We don't know yet exactly.
Okay.
We wanna just schedule other band and make plan.
Okay. We'll love to get you on again for
Sure.
longer.
You will see. I want to see.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. As a question, how do you think about, what we are doing and what we are? If you think about us, how do you think? How do you think? Is question.
I think it's like what you guys do is really inspiring, and I think it's like I really respect the work that you guys do a lot, and I think it's actually shows a way that if more people, myself included, behaved in this way, I think that this planet would probably be a really, really fucking nice place to live. I suppose. That's why I was really happy to have you on as a guest, and also just because I think it's really rare to meet someone that is as idealistic as you guys. But I think it's like you said, it's not just talk. You guys are actually organizing things, distributing things to people that need things, distributing food, and I think that it shows that that anyone can do these sort of things. We can all be involved in these sort of things. It's not, we don't have to, I guess, wait for
it's not the exclusive,
some sort of like a elected leader or non-elected leader to tell us.
You don't need
what to do.
A politician. You don't need a philanthropist.
And I think it's like you've shown that you can make, I guess, meaningful change, and you don't necessarily need large amounts of resources. You don't necessarily, need to be like, you can have just a sort of autonomous sort of organization that doesn't need to have like a sort of like top-down hierarchy to get things done. And I think these are the sort of people we need on this planet.
Ethics in both sense of the words, that you know what's right and the drive to do it, which is, it's hard. It's so hard to do both.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah.
Okay. အဲ့ဒါကိုကျွန်တော်တို့9နာရီထိုးနေပြီ။လောမှရတော့ Yeah, thank you for everything for your space, and
thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Hopefully see you again. I also like to talk a lot, but now.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Naked Mothership.